It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got a showdown in the AFC South. It's the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 25.
We're about 15 miles from the Atlantic coast in the northeast corner of Florida. Welcome to Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. Good to have you with us. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. You know, partner, fantasy football doesn't take into account the guys close to the football, the guys at the line of scrimmage. This is one where our eyes are going to be focused on that battle in the trenches all game long.
Mike, it doesn't matter if it's Pee-wee football, middle school football, or NFL football. You can only do offensively what your offensive line allows you to do. And I think that's exactly the case for both of these teams here today. They are going to win or lose based on the ability of gaining an advantage in the offensive defensive line. So I think we're going to see downhill run game. I think we're going to see play action pass. And the team that's able to impose their will up front along the trenches, I think that's going to be the team that finds himself at the end of this one coming out with the win.
And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense ready to go to work for the first time. Leading them out, the former #1 overall pick back in the 2021 draft, it's Trevor Lawrence.
You think back just a few years ago, Mike, Trevor Lawrence coming out of Clemson, he was regarded as one of the top quarterback prospects of the last decade, and at times he's fit the billing, but it's been the inconsistency, protect the ball, turnovers. If he can clean up a lot of those miscues, he could be one of the top quarterbacks in this league.
Right to the air goes Lawrence. He finds De'Ami Brown. And he'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Once again, it's ETN. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He's got his man. It's complete to Thomas. It's a pickup of 13 yards. That's good for a Jaguar. 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Here's 1st and 10. Lawrence gives this one to ETN. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry for Tank Bigsby. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
Anytime you run a draw, you're hoping the linebacker reads pass and starts dropping into his pass coverage. That's what creates space for your running back to get going. Well, not this time. The linebacker saw it from the jump. He's able to penetrate in the backfield and take the runner down for a loss.
Set up the screen. Out wide, it's Brown.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down.
They'll try it now with Bigsby. Oh, he's going to be very close. It depends on the mark. But he is short. They've held him on fourth down.
So the offense found themselves in a little bit of no man's land. They were too far for a field goal attempt, but too close to attempt a punt. So they decided to be aggressive early and go for it on fourth down. But it was the defense that turned them away with a huge stop to start this game.
The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They're led by their man at quarterback out of the University of Florida. It's Anthony Richardson.
Mike, when you look around the league, there's just not a lot of quarterbacks that look and can play to the style of Anthony Richardson. He can make every throw on the field. He's big. He can run for power, run with speed. As he continues to iron out some of those flaws from coming out of college, he lost his rookie season to injury. Here in year 2, I wouldn't be shocked by year end if he's a household name.
He's got a man. That's Josh Downs. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. On the ground for the first time, here comes Jonathan Taylor. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll toss this right side to Taylor. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Able to find Pittman. It's complete. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the first down.
And he's come out of the game on fire here, Mike, early. He's yet to throw an incompletion on this opening drive. And as he now approaches the opponent's side of the field and they start thinking points on that other sideline, this defensive play caller has to be looking at that call sheet saying, what can I do to slow this guy down? Because with the way this game has started, he could be in for a big day.
That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game. I love this concept here. Really good job by the other receivers clearing out that space. Big tight end comes down with the catch, and it's going to bring up 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he'll go down, back at the 4.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal. So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that first quarter of play. What will the second quarter have in store? We'll have more from Jacksonville after this. Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor. And he'll get about halfway there. That's a gain of 2, down to the 2.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend.
And he will take it in himself. Anthony Richardson, touchdown Colts. The ability for the quarterback to run with it. Greg, great choice there as he gets in the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, what makes the zone read so effective down near the goal line is it forces the defense to account for an extra player. In this case, it's the quarterback. And when he sees that end crash, he pulls it, and he's able to take it in himself.
Extra point attempt to come here. He's got it. And the Colts will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Parker Washington. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a 1st down. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. And this will be a Jaguars 1st down as the tackle's made at the 35-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Starting to see a back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. That's taken in by Brown. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Lawrence, on the draw, it's Etienne. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
Great job by the defense here, quickly realizing that this was going to be a draw. They're not caught off guard thinking that they're defending the pass. They're able to not only get in there for a stop, but they're able to take him down in the backfield for a loss.
Open man, right side, he's got it. And he's into the end zone. Brenton Strange. Touchdown, Jacksonville. What a catch and run by the tight end as he takes it into the end zone and finishes the play. Greg, you know what that's like. Tight end touchdown.
Mike, so often the tight ends are considered to be the possession guys, right? They're the guy you throw it to when you need an easy catch, you need a reliable target. But not this guy. He is a downfield weapon, and he just showed you right there what he's capable of.
Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Jaguars will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Colts offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. On play action, Richardson. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
They'll try and run for this. It's Taylor. And he didn't need much. I don't think he got there. It's going to depend on the spot. Looks like he is short on that one.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
So, on 4th down, the Colts send out Rigoberto Sanchez to punt. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. That's going to be caught by the rookie from Colorado. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
They go play action for Lawrence. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down? Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
On 4th down, the Jaguars send out the veteran Logan Cook to punt. Anthony Gould deep for Indy. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Colts offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. That's the former #1 overall pick, Trayvon Walker, there to make the stop. A 2nd down throw for Richardson. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman with that one. And it'll be 3rd down.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
To the left side and taken in by Downs. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Here's Rigoberto Sanchez now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. To throw is Lawrence. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
2nd down, Lawrence. To the left side, it's caught by Brown. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
He's got his man, right side, it's complete.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a first down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Play action now. It's Lawrence. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Back to throw. Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Colts offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Out of shotgun, Richardson. Open man, that's Alec Pierce. And he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. A touchdown apiece, 7-7 the score as we begin half number 2. Anthony Gould now to return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Colts offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. Low-scoring game, all tied, third quarter, and a touchdown here could go a long way. See if they can get it on this drive. 1st and 10. Richardson will give it to Taylor. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll go play action. It's Richardson. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. On 2nd down, Richardson. This throw right side, pulled in by Pittman. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
1st and 10. They'll work the middle here with Taylor. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. Now, toss play for Taylor. And he's got it. 1st down. A pickup of 4.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short. Play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
Zone read. It's a give to Taylor. He'll push forward here, down to about the 27. Devin Lloyd, the linebacker, there to stop him. They face 2nd down and 7. Now it's Richardson. He'll keep it. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
Anthony Richardson. I mean, it's not hard to see why they want to get the ball in his hands as often as possible, both as a passer, but when you can get him as a designed runner, his size and speed, he is a handful for defenses.
Richardson to throw it here on 1st down. That's caught inside by Pittman on the slant.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that. You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
From the gun, Richardson. Indy.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. Point after try forthcoming. It's up and through. And the Colts will move out to a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Tank Bigsby. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Jaguars offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll give it to Etienne to start this drive. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. They'll run it once more with Etienne. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. The lane closed quickly, and here comes 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Jaguars ready to punt this one away. On the return is Gould. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The visitors' offense and Anthony Richardson getting ready for their next drive. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Here's Richardson. Going to keep this himself. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
Throwing on 2nd down, Richardson.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Richardson operating from the pistol. Pass right side to Downs. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of play. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts about to kick this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. That is fielded at the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Jags offense ready to see what they can do. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On 1st and 10, Lawrence. This one is caught, and it's the tight end, Strange. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Now, ETN. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Lawrence. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
And they're going to get the first down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
A 1st down throw for Lawrence. Right back to Thomas. He's got it again. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And I don't think he got there with that one. Only needed a yard, wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and now we're looking at 3rd down.
Great job here defensively, Mike. Make them snap the ball again. 2nd and 1, they're not conceding anything. Make it 3rd and 1 and see if your defense can come up again with a stop for no gain.
That's into the hands of Travis Etienne. And he will have the first down. He caught it short of the lines of game, but knows right where that marker is, and he's able to pick up that first down.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. And he won't get much. Taken down at about the 12. Here's a 2nd and 9. In motion comes Thomas. Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. That's complete to Etienne.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And the Jags are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up 1st and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do, because we know we need to finish this off with 6 if we can. And now being 1st and goal is going to go a long way in allowing that to be possible.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. To the goal line and in. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jaguars. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Looking to throw. Richardson. Completing this one to Downs. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Now, 2nd and 4. Richardson. Going to get it quickly out to Downs. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder. Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
From the gun on third down, Richardson.
That's a tough incompletion right there. Feels like that down was their only chance to extend this possession enough to end this game in regulation. I think the smart move here now is you have to punt this ball away. You cannot risk a fourth down failure and give your opponent a short field to get a chance to win it themselves.
They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. Here's first down. Bigsby. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Throwing is Lawrence. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7. To throw is Lawrence. Another try, second and 10. To throw is Lawrence. He'll get this out to his running back.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
A lot riding on this play. Tie game, final minute, third down. Now ETN. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. Clock is stopped. 47 seconds left here in the fourth. Punting unit comes on. Jaguars will kick it away. Important punt here in this tie game late. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. We're all even. Fourth quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with first and 10. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. There's that man again, another catch. They'll come up now for second down. Throwing is Richardson. And this one is caught by Pierce. And he's out of bounds with the first down, so they get a new set of downs and just as importantly stop the clock.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their second. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the gun, Richardson. That's caught inside by Pittman on the slant. And he's brought down, but they are out of timeouts. So now, a big spot coming here. This to win the game. So here we go. Big spot for the rookie. This one he's got to have. This kick is good. And that very likely will be a game winner.
And that's just got to be a great feeling over on that sideline, Mike. I mean, an excellent job by this offense to give yourself a chance to win it. And then this kick. I mean, what's left to be said? It was never in doubt, and it's going to lead this team to a victory.
Just 1 second, all that remains in the football game as the kick is away. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So this one, a win for the visiting Colts. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. Kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away with a 3-point victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.